So just to echo what MT said, you know, this room has been, you know, full with you guys the whole time, and we appreciate you. It's sad that we don't have any more home games, but I think it's been a pretty nice ride here, and we appreciate the coverage that you guys give us continually. So the grad transfer thing has worked out pretty well for us. And senior nights tend to be emotional and special. And I just told them in there, I'm kind of an emotional person anyway, but this is high levels even for me. I'm going to remember this win with the Elite Eight game in Spokane. I'm going to remember this win with Stanford victories on our court, or with, you know, clinching the Pac-12 championship in Washington that time. Just because of how it unfolded. We have some pretty incredible seniors, and I think they came out and had a tough time on the offensive end. And I really challenged us at halftime. Like, I really yelled at them, you know, about our effort and our body language and who we wanted to be. I might have stolen a line from Coach K when Duke came back and beat Louisville that time about what type of people we coach, you know, and I do believe we coach winners. I will say, the one stat thing I said, I don't even care about the shots. I said we were 2 for 14. We're going to go 10 for 14 in the second half, which we did. So I think we talked about before the game, how you impact others is what seniors, the best legacy they can leave. So I think McKenzie Forbes is a darn good basketball player, but her coming out here and hitting 5 for 6 from 3 is because she cares about this team and these seniors. I think the way that CJ West lost her teeth diving on the floors because she cares about these seniors in this program. I think we saw a heroic performance from Recee. I think we saw one of the most gutty and gritty performances I've seen from a team. And I just couldn't be more proud of this one. And Arizona's really good. That's the toughest guard to guard. You know, I mean, there's a lot of tough guards in our league, but she's one of the toughest one-on-one players, and the other kids made shots, and they made us fight for it. And I'm incredibly proud of this one.
Mm-hmm. Mean anything to you for you two to have such an impact today and see what she did?
I mean, the secret is in the dirt. I mean, Kinsey is one of the best freshmen for sure. But I say hardest working freshman that I've been around, and as you know, I've been to 3 programs, so I think I have a pretty good feel. But she's hungry, you know. She stays ready, I would say. Obviously, we have a veteran group, so sometimes her minutes aren't there because, I mean, our vets do well, you know, but when her number is called, she's a vet. I was just joking with her the other day, like, she's the most veteran freshman, and G said this. I said, whenever next year she'll be a veteran, her senior year she'll be a veteran, and when she goes to W, she'll be the most veteran rookie there. So it's just more how she carries herself all the time. I could not be more proud of her, and I think like this is just her standard now. You know, it's not surprising at all that she lives for these moments. You know,
she's so mature that by her senior year she's gonna be like a 75-year-old.
Yeah.
In basketball years only.
McKenzie, you're emotional right now. Can you talk a little bit about what's going through your heart and mind?
Keep it G. Keep it G. Keep it G.
Yeah. I mean, Recee has just been such a great role model for me coming in. A lot of people know I've been around this program for a long time, committed super early, but I didn't even know that she would be coming in with me. I'm just so grateful for her friendship and her mentorship on the court and off the court. So, and she's gonna make fun of me for crying later. But yeah, I'm super, super thankful for the senior group that we've had. I've never had such great mentors. I mean, all 4 of them, TZ, Mo, KA, and Recee, like all in different ways. So I'm just super glad we can get the win for them today.
I won't make fun of you.
Not to answer the question, Kenzie, but can you talk about what you sort of saw in the second half that allowed you to finish with 17 points? What did you see that allowed you to catch fire like that?
Yeah, I mean, like G said, like we just struggled from the field in the beginning. I think during the second half it slowed down for us a little bit offensively. Just trying to, like, even if Kay is not scoring, just getting it in and getting it out makes it easier on us guards to hit shots because she just opens up the floor. I mean, you have to guard her with 4 people almost every time. So, I mean, I just try to take it in stride. When the ball needs to go in, I get it in, and when I'm wide open for a shot, I know G has confidence that I can take it. So we rep those all week, every day. So I just feel like when the time came, it was just natural for us to get hot.
You know something else that's so unique about Kenzie as a freshman, right? Because this is a hard thing. It's almost like a skill set to learn. We've talked about her basketball IQ, her skill set, but I don't know for sure, but she might have played the least minutes all year on Friday night. Just matchups, so I think it was maybe 6 minutes. And like, it doesn't even cross my mind how ready she'll be in practice, how ready she'll be at the next one. Like, she's just an incredible teammate, an incredible college basketball player, because you can't be a great college basketball player unless you're ready under any circumstance, right? Christine has to be ready for fronting, for triple teams. Recee has to be ready for hedging ball screens. Like, when you're coming off the bench, you got to be ready for whatever you're asked to do. And just the way that she is not bothered. Like, she's not bothered when she's open from three and not guarding. She's not bothered if people are climbing on her. You know, it's pretty exceptional.
I think there's something about this team that makes you guys better when your backs are a little bit against the wall.
I mean, it's worth considering. But I don't know. I will say, I think so much of it is about this league. Like, this league is really good. Your back is always against the wall. Like, everyone's is. You know that? I don't know if you guys saw the end of Arizona's game against Stanford. I mean, holy cow, they held Stanford to 56 points and had Ari's thing literally went in and popped out at the buzzer. Like, they're tough. You always have to feel that way. I think we've grown in that we've been able to play at a level that our backs are against the wall, even, figuratively or literally, and that's something we have to carry forward and should help us down the stretch, but maybe.
How tough is it to play in a league where you win one, you get emotional win over, like, ASU, the next you got somebody almost just.
Yes.
How is that, just talk about the challenge of that,
Yeah.
dealing with that week in, week out.
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, we talk about in our league meetings, like, we all committed to making this league better. It's an incredible, the Pac-12 is, I think, the standard for how the coaches sort of support each other. We all want to be good. We want to get, 7, 8 teams in the league. So we've all are committed to that. And then we kind of offline are like, gosh, was sometimes easier when you could get a win somewhere, but it's hard. There was, I think my first, 4 years, we never finished below second. And I'm not sure that this team isn't better, in certain ways than some of those teams at certain times, because the league is so much better. So it is hard. It challenges you. But as I hope the NCAA committee watching and people who take note, like, there are so many good players and good teams in this league. The level is so high. I just saw a draft prediction thing of, someone who analyzes WNBA giving who they think their top 5 players are, and 3 of them were from the Pac-12. Like, that's crazy, and it's just, that's how good the league is, and you have to rise up. But yeah, maybe it makes people's records not as shiny, but like, let's rise up here at Cal and find a way to be the best in a league that is really, really good.
We have 2 more questions, and then we'll head down for senior day.
Can you talk a little bit about your team's effort? It seemed to me like in the second half, like all those hell balls, those cut balls, those became so pivotal.
Yes.
Like, Kenzie, had a turnover in the basketball
Yep.
class, but then she helped, she
Yes.
tied up a lot of that, changed
Right.
what happened next.
So the first thing is, one technical thing I will say, Charmin had a great suggestion to go zone on misses too. We don't usually go zone on misses. She's kind of been pushing that for a while, and that I think that gave us a different energy. I think it confused them a little bit, and kind of put people in positions where they can just be long and get on balls and stuff, and then our effort was incredibly, lifted in the second half. I can think of a few, like, I think, like, Christine battled for the jump ball off of a missed free throw, which tied it up, which then they get possession. So then Kenzie gets that one, and now it's our ball, on this end. So that's a couple, right? Obviously, CJ diving on the floor, getting her teeth knocked out. There were a number of ones, and it wasn't easy. It wasn't like in a 4-minute span we came back all at once, because they can really score the ball. Like, I was hoping there were going to be enough possessions. So we had to grit it out for a long time. And that 3 that Say hit in the corner was just like, mind-boggling, but we needed it because we were not going to have enough possessions to be like 5 or 6 points ahead, right? So made it a little tough at the free throw line by missing some, but more so, they're good, and we just had to grit every possession out, and we found a way to do it.
Recee, just talking last bit just about your mentality. You really kind of seemed to, for a stretch there, really kind of carry the team on your back. Just talk about your mentality when you attacked the game today.
We weren't losing on senior day. It was in my mind the whole time. I think Kenzie does a really good job in holding me accountable, and saying, like, we're not losing this game, so, like, do what you got to do. And obviously KA has the biggest burden on our team. They send 3 people out of every game, so for her, she needed help, and I was able to help her, and then Kenzie was able to help her, and then Teasy, and then Kiana, I just felt like it was like a total team effort for our seniors to not lose on senior day.
And one basketball note on that, like I just looked at this, I'm kind of looking around, I'm like, oh, our bench had, 27 points, right? And it was today Forbes and CJ. In terms of who we want to be, like we want to be able to go with what our coaching staff kind of calls the lineup of death with Christine and CJ, right? CJ West's 10 points when they're 4 people to Christine and we're dropping dimes to her and making layups was huge. And now she goes out, we play Forbes at the 4 and she's hit 5 threes. Like that's when you're more elite, right? And so in terms of like, we had to grit this one out in terms of how we want to play going forward, like, Jalen's an incredible athlete at the 4 who can do a number of different things. CJ's like a beastie 5 player at the 4, and then Forbes can come in and be a point guard at the 4, essentially. Like, so when we're at our best, we have to figure out how to do that with our, with our other people, doing their job, which is, oh, I'm just gonna get you double-double, or I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do. So I thought CJ's minutes were incredibly significant in terms of cutting the lead.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks,
Everybody
y'all.
here, come join